I mean, you are definitely someone who's known for like your style and your fashion, and you're also known as someone who likes to reinvent himself a lot.
Right.
What was the inspo behind the whole transition?
I was dating someone in fashion.
How every story starts. How do you even begin to learn something like producing music? How do you begin to teach yourself how to produce?
In Chinese, there's this idiom, you learn how to fish and not get a fish from someone. Yeah, and I agree to that. I was like, I need to be equipped with skills that has the sustainability and longevity of my career. The motivation was to put out music when I was a student with my sister. Actually, we were a duo, and we were like, do we hire producers, or like do we make our own? Then I was like, sister, listen, give me like a month and let's try put out some music from there.
So you've actually written songs for like K-pop groups. You recently dropped one with like a Thai singer as well, right? Do you actually speak all of these languages?
ภาษาไทยไม่ได้
Oh my gosh.
I'm still learning. Honestly, I don't really speak all these languages. I feel like as a musician, I was able to pick up the sounds and mimic them. And especially as Malaysians, we are multilingual and we are able to pick up languages really fast. Not to mention we have so much dialects, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But now that you say you don't speak the language, you use like ChatGPT and translators and stuff, do you get someone to proofread before? Like, because sometimes the grammar is not right?
Of course, it started like that. I want to get a friend to help and all. But now we have AI, which is like almost 90% native. Like, thank you. I'm able to read the lyrics nowadays and understand. So, like, I'm able to write them. And in fact, I actually wrote Korean lyrics recently and sold it. And which is like... wow, actually, I'm actually doing this.
I'm so proud of seeing like the growth that you've had since 2022 is insane. And you also look completely different.
Oh, some touch-ups in there and there.
I mean, you are definitely someone who's known for like your style and your fashion. And you're also known as someone who likes to reinvent himself a lot.
Right.
What was the inspo behind the whole transition?
I was dating someone in fashion.
How every story starts.
Yeah. I feel like this is such a beautiful thing about relationships that you live. Nowadays, I kind of like learn it myself because it has become part of me. I feel like fashion is about like exploring, right? I'm still on exploring, but I feel like I kind of like a certain style nowadays.
Yeah. If you didn't know Gaston like a few years ago, he was very... But now everyone I mention your name to, they're like, oh, that guy is so cool.
Oh, really?
Whereas last time it would be more like,
cute boy.
He's so cute. Yeah. How was the response on social media at the time? Because like I said, it was a very drastic change.
I think I kind of lost 100,000 followers, but another 100,000 followers came in.
I guess because
it's like
what they were following you for is not there anymore. So.
Yes, which is so cool. I feel like sometimes it reminds me a lot about friendship and like generally relationships in life. Some people will come and go. And sometimes some people are just not relevant with you anymore in their life and you outgrow your past.
True.
And which is like my social media, and that's fine.
No, that's definitely something about this industry. I feel like the entire entertainment industry in general, like because you're having so much fun and because I feel like people on the outside always feel like your job is easy.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard to tell yourself that you deserve the rest. Because what are you resting from? Going like traveling the world? Oh my God, that's so hard. But it is. It is a lot of your energy and time and I feel if you are going into this industry, you really need to be able to set that boundary and not let people guilt trip you into feeling like what you're doing is not as bad as everybody else.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I always believe that there is a difference of being kind and nice and having boundaries. Like you can be nice and have a boundary. Yeah. So sometimes I'm just politely reject opportunities and like, sorry, my time is limited and maybe this is not for me, but I'll get someone else for you. Yeah.
How do you decide what opportunities to say no to though?
Really, it depends on my my workload and what's going on in this chaotic mind. Sometimes I don't know him well too, you know. Now when it's like the 7th year of my career, I do kind of have like a plan for the year. Maybe I want to explore a certain region of music more. Like for example, this year will be Thailand. So I feel like it's to have like a year plan for myself. Even this is my own career to actually have a year plan for myself. and to try to stick to the plan. But sometimes plan just it's just plan. But
I get it.
the surprises though, when I hop onto opportunities out of my plan. Yeah.